You're watching Alabama's 13 News.
Welcome back on this Saturday afternoon. Ice, glass, speed, and shards. Just some of the street names for the dangerous drug meth. It's been a big part of TV and movie plot lines, but here in our area, the dangers of meth are real and as close as the people next door. I found out where most of it is coming from, who's trying to stop it, and who's suffering from it. Alabama's 13 investigates meth, Breaking Bad in Alabama. 43-year-old Derek Lawrence has important work to do. Derek came to Royal Pines in Hayden through the Jimmy Hale mission, determined to save his life.
I was in love with the crystal meth. That was my lover.
Derek had reached bottom.
I would crawl to the next hit.
He started using crystal meth in high school.
It just gives you euphoria, pleasure, makes things seem like you can do things that you couldn't do at one time.
And used that rush to work faster.
The more you done, the more money you made. And so I began to use just to speed my productivity up. And I would use early in the morning and then maybe at dinner.
Then more. Morning, noon, and night. Years of snorting, smoking, eventually injecting meth, trying to keep it all a secret from his wife and 2 children.
Done thought I had the American dream. My property was paid for, my trailer was paid for, my place, cars was paid for, and I had everything I thought I needed. And I just kind of laid back and said, I'm gonna do my own thing.
That led to a divorce and a total tailspin, sometimes 5 or 6 days straight without sleep.
That drug right there will get a hold of you, and it'll take you places that you don't want to go. It's just, it's really hell.
In that hell, Derek has lots of company. Some estimates place the number of Alabama meth users in the past year at 25,000, roughly the population of a town the size of Homewood or Anniston. The average age of a new user is 19 years old. The street drug is made illegally by changing the composition of over-the-counter medications, cooking or mixing 3 key ingredients so volatile that law enforcement often discovers labs after explosions and fires. In part, meth makers need lithium metal, found in batteries, and anhydrous ammonia, or more commonly ammonium nitrate, not hard to find.
Everything else you can buy at Home Depot, Walmart, or any hardware store.
Except for the critical 3rd ingredient, cold tablets containing pseudoephedrine. The problem got so bad in 2005, Congress demanded those medications be locked up or behind the drugstore counter. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to find out what it takes to buy the typical Sudafed that people would come and get. And Jim here at Cahaba Pharmacy, you need my driver's license.
Absolutely. Once I put your information into the database, you would not be able to go to CVS or another pharmacy and get the same product. You would be denied access.
Jim checks the national database. He will never sell more than 3 boxes to anyone in a single day. You need a lot of this stuff.
You need a lot more than 3 boxes, and that's the reason the limit's there.
It takes hundreds of these pills to make a single gram of crystal meth, or ice. Here's why.
99.9% of that cold tablet is binder material. There's really only 0.1% that's your actual pseudoephedrine.
Morris says the law has reduced the number of mom-and-pop meth labs.
You can't just go buy every cold tablet pack they have at Walmart now, and that absolutely helps, but it just makes criminals adapt.
Meth makers still go store to store trying to beat the system.
Or they will actually pay people to go buy for them. And that's what you call smurfing. You're so addicted to the meth at that point, that's all you live for, is to make your next batch of meth.
In Shelby County, plenty of batches are being made. The sheriff's office reports 100 cases in 2013, up from 68 the year before. 71 arrests in 2013, up from 53 in 2012. And labs eradicated, 13, down from 19 in 2012. Illegal methamphetamine, crystal meth, when ready for use, resembles glass fragments, and for decades has been made secretly in homes, motels, even cars. In Alabama, 192 labs were seized in 2012, down from 291 the year before. Still a big problem, but these days only about 20% of the drug is made in these mom-and-pop labs.
They're only making a gram or 2 of methamphetamine at a time. A lot of time those traffickers are also users, so they're manufacturing methamphetamine to feed their habit, as well as sell some to make a profit, which normally in turn would feed their habit as well.
The main source of the drug is from somewhere else.
About 80% of our methamphetamine we see is Mexican-produced methamphetamine. It's produced in Mexico, brought in by drug trafficking organizations. There are significant drug cartels and cartel activity in the Atlanta area, and we're, just a short hour and a half, 2-hour drive away from there. We see large amounts of Mexican-produced methamphetamine coming out of the Atlanta regional area.
Wholesale value of crystal meth in our state, $16,000 a pound. And a recent Alabama bust netted 100 pounds, $1.6 million worth in a single sweep. On the street, a gram of the drug, about the weight of a sugar substitute package, is $100. Heavy addicts use 4 grams a day. Meth use can result in sleep deprivation, hyperactivity, rapid breathing and heart rate, severe overheating, cardiovascular collapse, and death. Extreme anorexia, memory loss, and severe dental problems are also common. Children of users may have it the worst. Often abused and terribly neglected by addicted parents, they can suffer breathing disorders from fumes if the drug is made at home dangerously cooked or shaken in a single pot.
I have a couple of people that they didn't blow themselves up. They caught themselves on fire, and I know I got a couple of people that had burnt their houses down.
Back in Hayden, Derek's in a warm and welcoming place, 3 months into a 7-month recovery program. But temptation lurks, and he knows how easily he can get meth when he's done here.
He says he can make one phone call and get it probably in 15 minutes if need be. In the meantime, meth is everyone's problem. For every pound of methamphetamine produced, 5 to 7 pounds of toxic waste remain. Cleanup cost of the taxpayers, upwards of $100 million every year. If you know something I should look into, just email me at jeliasoff@wvtm.com. And for more information about the dangers of meth and where to go for help, perhaps, go to alabamas13.com/investigates. You can also watch this or any of our other Alabamas 13 Investigates reports there as well.